Hi, it's Nørgaard. So today I'm going to do my first ever anti-haul. So I've been wanting to do one of these kind of videos for a while now, and today I'm finally getting around to doing it. So in case you don't know what an anti-haul is, it's just the direct opposite of a haul. You speak about the things you are not going to buy. And I have written down a few things just so I don't lose my train of thought. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So the first thing on my list is the first eyeshadow palette from Haus Laboratories. That is Lady Gaga's makeup line. If you haven't seen, I did a full review on the first drop from Lady Gaga's line. I believe there were 6 different collections, and I got all 6 and I reviewed them. I will link it in the cards and down below in the description box. I do really like those products, and I do think the new eyeshadow palette that Lady Gaga released it's probably a good eyeshadow palette, but I was just a little disappointed with the colors. I know Lady Gaga explained that when she was starting out doing her performances, she liked to contour and highlight and shade her face, her eyes, her lips. And I do understand that, but I just feel like there are enough neutral palettes, and this is Lady Gaga's makeup line, so I was expecting the first palette to be very out there, different crazy colors. And if you have seen the eyeshadow palette, it's very neutral, really no pops of color, so I just was a little bummed about that. So I'm pretty sure if a first eyeshadow palette had been like a very intense, colorful palette, I would have gotten it. But since it's just a neutral palette, I haven't gotten it. I'm not sure if I will. So I'm kind of waiting for the next palette. Hopefully that's more colorful. I really hope to see that from Haus Laboratories. But yeah, the first eyeshadow palette from Haus Labs is probably a dot for me. Okay, so next up we have the new Fenty Beauty mascara. Now I have no idea if this mascara is actually good or not. I don't even know if it's released yet, but if not, it's gonna be released super soon. It's all over Sephora and Fenty and Rihanna's Instagram. I see it all the time. I see it on my Facebook. It's gonna be probably a big success. The reason why I'm not going to try that is just because I'm getting so frugal. Like, I don't know if I'll ever buy a high-end mascara again. I know there are good drugstore mascaras out there, and mascara is like the #1 product that's gonna be used up like that. Like after 3 months the mascara is done, so I just have a hard time spending like a higher amount on a mascara when I know it's just gonna last me like 3 months. So I'm going to skip the mascara. Also, I have no interest in the new Snap Shadows. I don't know why, but they're not appealing to me at all. I don't really know why I feel like this. I just feel like they look so basic. Like when Huda Beauty released her like Obsessions palettes, I was intrigued by that because I liked how bright and how color focused they were. Like they were focused around one color and you just had different tones of that color. Then they would have like a little pop of like a complementary color. But like the Fenty Beauty little mini palettes, it's just so neutral. It's just not that interesting to me. I don't look at it and become inspired. I don't know, it's just not, it's not catching my eye at all. So next up we have Natasha Denona, and here it's not so much a product, like a single product, it's more so the whole brand, just because it is so expensive. Like, who buys that stuff? I mean, people that buy Natasha Denona are probably the same people that buy designer clothes and such. But yeah, it's just not really within my range. In the sense that like one item is so freaking expensive. Like you could get like, I don't know, like you could get a lot of items from the drugstore for the same price as like one Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. So for me, it's just like spending that much money on just one thing is just, I don't know if I can do it, you know. And by the way, before we go any further, I just wanted to say that if you have bought any of these things or you like these things, then no hate whatsoever. I hope that is clear. These are just my own personal thoughts about the products without, you know, I have not tried these products, I don't own them. These are just my like initial thoughts about the products and, you know, the reasons why I am not, you know, drawn to them. But if you feel different, that is perfectly fine. So yeah, I just quickly wanted to mention that. I think most people by now know that anti-hauls are just the person's own individual taste and opinions and thoughts. But I just wanted to make it extra clear. Okay, so next up on my list are the new Huda Beauty nude, I think. Are they called the nude palettes? So they look like the Obsessions palettes, so they are 9-pan palettes. But instead of the bold colorful ones, they are neutrals and they come in like light, medium and dark. Now those do look pretty, and I do understand why people would like them and would be drawn to them. But again, for me, like the neutral palette, it is like I'm not really, like for me, if I'm spending a lot of money on a palette, an eyeshadow palette, I want it to be unique and colorful and just creative and just really inspiring. So that's why I barely ever buy neutral palettes from like Sephora or any high-end brand, because the drugstore really has it down. Like there are many good affordable neutral palettes. To me it's just like, why would I spend this much money to get a neutral look when I can get the same exact look on my eyes for a lot less money from the drugstore? So yeah, that's just my opinion. I did really like the look of the first Huda Obsessions palettes. I was very intrigued and I did think about buying one. But these new neutral palettes is not really something I'm interested in. Okay, and the final thing I want to talk about is also more a brand as a whole. But unlike with Natasha Denona, it's not because it's too expensive, it's simply just because it's just too overwhelming. And I am talking about ColourPop. So I do own some stuff from ColourPop. I have a few eyeshadows, I have a few lip products, I have the concealer, and I have been pretty pleased with the products. So it's not really the quality and it's not really the price, it's more so that they launch things so quickly. Like I cannot keep up. Like ColourPop, I have no idea what's going on in the ColourPop world, because it's just new things. I feel like they come out with new things daily, or at least like weekly, if not multiple times a week. It's just like boom boom boom. Like I just get so overwhelmed with ColourPop. I don't know what the good products are. I don't know like what the like what is good. Like what eyeshadows what eyeshadows should you buy? Like what palette should you buy? Because there are just so many and I just cannot keep up. It just overwhelms me. And I know that most brands, they have like pretty regular launches of new products and new limited edition things. But I feel like ColourPop is to the extreme, and I'm not sure if I'm actually right in that assumption, but I do feel like ColourPop has just taken it to the next level, where it's just like new things all the time. I kind of feel the same way with Kylie Jenner's makeup line. The difference between ColourPop and Kylie Cosmetics is that I'm not really, like I have nothing from Kylie Cosmetics, I'm not really looking to that brand, it doesn't really excite me. Whereas with ColourPop, I would like to know, you know, what kind of products would be good to try. I can't figure it out, it's just too much, it's too overwhelming. Whereas with Kylie Cosmetics, it's like, I'm not even going to try to figure it out. But yeah, I'm going to end it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what are some things that you are not going to buy. It can be new collections, new products, or just some things that are very hyped up that you're not really that interested in. And yeah, as I said, this is just my personal opinion. With some of these things, I could be totally wrong. I could have a completely wrong idea about these brands and these products. I'm just giving you guys my opinions and my thoughts at the current moment. But yeah, that's it. So don't forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can click the bell to get post notifications. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have a new tube video up on Wednesday, and then I'll have this makeup tutorial up on Friday for Flashback Friday. So I can't wait to see you guys then. Also, if you want to enter my giveaway, it's still open for another week. I'll link it down below. We already have over 200 entries, so I'm really glad you guys are loving it. I am already planning my next giveaway, which is gonna feature some Sephora makeup. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. So take care and bye bye.